Hello, good morning, everybody. I hope you are having a good morning. So, today we'll start off with the gold instead of starting with the pairs that we start with usually. The main reason is simple. Gold actually did something, it moved perfectly as we said previously. So, we still had a line. We have our line here where this marked a retracement. We wanted price to retrace back and should hit this level before it proceeds up to 1553.67. So far, the price has moved downwards. We've seen for the past 2 days, this is the move to the lower side. This is another move. This is another move. We are yet to reach this level perfectly. So basically, we expect price to come back up to that level. We want price to retrace back perfectly up to that trend line. Then we should be able to pick a buy up to 1553.63, the very big line at the top, the red line which I've marked at the top. So if price retraces back to the lower side, then that will give us the correct place to actually pick a buy from. As it is now, if you go to Forex, just look at how this is a very good shape, the best way we can put it. Have a resistance, then there was a first attempt to break above, a retracement, broke again above. So basically, we want price to come back down up to this level. Want price to come back down up to this support here. Expect price to come back to this level so that we're able to pick a buy from that point to the top, which is here. So if you are trading gold at the moment, be sure to wait for buy positions, but only when price retraces back to the level which I've mentioned. We'll move forward to Brent oil. Brent oil is moving perfectly as I said. So it bounced off from the support. This was a good support. Continued up, broke above this level here. There's a minor resistance here. It went above it. It retraced back, closed above. Somehow we are still above this level. So we expect price to continue upwards up to that trend line, the very trend line at the top. Which means if you are looking at this chart now, you should be waiting for any retracement. If price retraces to the lower side and you see a buy signal based on any strategy you are using, then you should be able to pick that buy up to the trend line at the top. So that should make some sense that we are basically just waiting for a buy here. We have a support there. We are waiting for price to give us a good buy signal. Wherever the price is now, if it gives us a buy signal, we'll hold on to that buy up to this level, up to this trend line. We check the same chart on a lesser time frame. Let's see. Check the same chart on a lesser time frame. Brent oil. Hours. We have this level here. This is a very good trend line. This one. Then you also have a line at the top. This one. So this becomes something like an expanding wedge formation. So as long as the price continues to be held within this range here, this should be a very good resistance. This one, the trend line is a resistance. Have this as a resistance. Then we have also this as a resistance. Then we have this as a resistance. Lower side we have this as a support. Also have this as a support here. Then we have this as a support. Then we also have this as a support, this one here. So as long as the price is being held within this range here, we actually expect a sell towards, maybe the price could come back up to this level, or it bounces off to the lower side and should go up to that trend line before we can see a move even higher. So technically this is what may happen. We may see price proceed upwards up to this trend line, then bounce off from that trend line so that we are able to pick a sell from that point. We expect that sell to take price up to the support we've seen. So we'll move forward. We'll move forward to our next symbol. That should be SP500. If you can remember, yesterday I actually said this was upwards. We expected SP500 to proceed to the upper side. That's exactly what has happened. We had this as a resistance, then there was a break. There's a minor retracement here. I don't know if you can see it. We continued up, it came back, then we used this as a buy. So what this simply means is we are still upward. So if you are trading this symbol now, you should be holding on to a buy position if you're even as we're speaking. Wait for retracements, then pick low risk buy positions and hold on to those buys until you see a sign for a sell. Yep, that makes sense. That we are not going to do anything now. We are not going to pick any sell position now. But if price retraces back to the lower side, that will give us the correct place to actually buy it from. So just a retracement, and we continue buying it to the upper side. So we'll move forward. Move forward to our next symbol. Euro USD. This one. The daily chart. The daily chart actually closed as a sell. If you can see, the price actually closed as a sell. We had I drew a line all the way from the top up to this point. Then I also drew a line like this. So my expectation was that the price should proceed upwards up to this level. We expect the price to go up to this level here, or it can bounce off to the lower side. This is what we expect to happen. For price to move to the upper side, you have this here, resistance. So have this as a resistance. Then you have this as a resistance. Then you have this as a support. So this is a support. Then you also have this as a support. So basically there's a level here where price must first of all break above before you can confirm that you're the level. If price can successfully ascend above the zone which I've colored, next best place to look for a sell is this level here. Sense that should be much more clear. If price goes up to that trend line at the top, then that will give us the very good place to look for a sell from. Not where the price is now. Where the price is now, we expect a move to the lower side, but if it successfully goes above the level, the zone which I've just drawn, the upper zone, then we'll expect it to proceed even higher up to the upper trend line where we look for a sell from. So we'll move forward. We'll move to our next symbol. PUSD. PUSD, there was a sell yesterday. The price continued downward. So we expected some double top formation around this level here. We expected, because this was a resistance, we wanted this move to push price up to this line here. That did not happen. Instead, the price continued to the lower side. What this means is that somehow, if this is the fifth wave, like if this is the last impulsive wave to the upper side, or this is the third impulsive wave, something like this, the price moved up. Just a second. There's that move, then we have a correction, then there is this move up, but this last move cannot break above the third move to the upper side. That means we are still sellers. So we expect price to proceed downwards, but the correct place to actually sell this from is if it goes below the retracement. If price descends below this level here, that is, if it goes below that point, we'll simply wait for retracement. Then we should be able to pick a sell. We should be able to pick a sell from that point up to first target is here. Next target is the bottom, which is here, the swing low. So we move forward. We'll move to our last symbol, USDJPY. And USDJPY, we expected a sell yesterday. This is the level where we were waiting for a sell from. We had a very good support, a support, which was broken. So we wanted a retracement back to this level so that you can pick a sell. That has not happened. Instead, the price continued to the upper side and even went above that level. We are still somehow rallying above the same level. So at the top, which is this level, this is still a sell price. is a very good place to sell from. If you are looking for a trade now, you can still wait for a sell here, pick that sell, and still just a second, and still sell it there. Have your stop loss above this level, and then have your take profit as I mentioned previously, which is here. So you can sell USDJPY right now, have your stop loss above this level, and have your take profit here. So this has been invalidated, the level which is has been invalidated. So this is the correct place to sell it from. We'll have our stop loss, then our take profit here. So temporarily you may have first take profit there, but then if price goes below that level, then you need to pick the second sell up to this level, and if price goes below that level, then the next sell should take price up to this level here. So thank you very much. That should bring us to the end of today's market overview. If you have any questions that you feel I need to talk about, if you have any chart which you think I need to talk about, then you can tell me that now with the chat option. So one thing, just notice I've disregarded this indicator here. I've not looked at this, as in I've not said that I've sold it, yes, but the indicator is upwards. The main reason I'm selling it is not only because this is a level. Look at this from the weekly. Just a second. Look at this from the weekly. You can basically see that we actually had around this level. This is a key level. We had as a resistance. Price came back to that level, then it engulfed the previous candle to the lower side. So when price now retraces back up to it, like it covered the previous candle's body, and that gave us the correct place to look for a sell from. So if you are trading weekly, this is still a sell. So the sell we are seeing on the Forex is actually also a sell on the weekly. So pick that sell. Take profit can be there on the weekly, or it can be here. So the two levels, either where the price is now, or it should go down up to this point. So thank you very much. That should be the end of today's market overview. Feel free to ask me any question you feel I need to talk about. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.